Hey y'all, hey, it is me, it's your girl Nurse T, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to my channel, hey y'all, hey. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In this video, I do want to answer some questions. I didn't realize that I am actually embarking on my 2-year surgery versity. So if you've already checked out my playlist, you did see that your girl had some body contouring done. What I realized today was I had a person that asked me a question about the price of the procedure that I had, and then as I was scrolling through, I started noticing that there were other questions that were being asked that I didn't answer, and then there were also questions that I usually get asked on my Instagram. So without further ado, I actually got them on the phone, and I am gonna go and I'm gonna be checking here so that I don't miss anything as I go over some of the frequently asked questions. And also, for sure, the first number one question that I'll answer is the current question that was asked to me, the most recent. So if this is something you're interested in, if you join my channel because of my surgery procedure, then stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so I have about maybe 20 questions. So I'm going to kind of go through them kind of quick and see if I can answer some of the questions that some of you may have, and just kind of explain like my experience with everything, pricing, all that good stuff. Before I make this video, if you watch this video, I do want to take a moment. Yesterday marked a very special moment for me. The person that was on the video that you saw took care of me. I'm in the car looking like somebody's granny. And I got my big supporter here, Tundra. She's gonna be my caregiver. So I'm on the way, y'all. On the video that walked me to the surgery procedure, that walked me out of the car. Well, a walker would have came in and boop shit. I can't put my hand on my hip. I put my hand on my hip. This girl crazy. Her name is LaTrondra Williams. Very, 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 very good person. Very near and dear to me. Post-op day. So, yeah. Still got my supporter. Got me some McDonald's, some oatmeal. She played a major role in my nursing recovery and in nursing school in general. Very, 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 we grew to be very, very, very great friends, but she was more of a stepmother to me. Unfortunately, this is my 2-year surgery anniversary. Last year, this time, she went to be with God above. Yes. And I found myself at her bedside, being there for her during her last moments. But, you know, if you're watching this video, just take a minute. Have a minute of silence. I just want to express my love for her, my appreciation. She played a major part of helping me with my girls during COVID. She was a tutor to my kids, just everything. Just when I pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Tundra, I need you," without a second guess, she's here. You know, she was there. And I think I even told y'all in the video during my recovery that she came all the way from taking care of somebody else in Alexandria, Louisiana, and came down here with the blink of an eye to be there for me on my surgery day. And she was a non-biased person. She was there for me. She prayed for me. And, you know, like, she will be missed. So, Tundra, I love you, and I definitely miss you. Without further ado, y'all, let's get into this video. The number one question I got asked, and the reason that prompted me to make this video, one of my current subscribers, they asked me what was the price of the procedure. So if you want to know what procedure I'm talking about, I only had one procedure put on that playlist, and that was the 360 lipo with the transfer BBL. Excuse all the ums and excuse me talking with my hands, y'all. I'm going to try to edit as much of that out. If not, then this is your girl Nurse T, and I talk with my hands, and I say a lot. All right, y'all. So the first, so cost of the procedure. Like I said, in February 27th was my surgery day. We're not quite in February, but we're getting close. So February 27th was my surgery day. That will mark 2 years from now. But when I booked, I believe I booked in January, and during January they were offering a $500 discount if you book in the month of January. The procedure itself was $4,500. To make sure that I'm accurate with this information, I'm going to post the receipt to everything and how the total came up, and you're going to see different prices as it go, because as I was paying on it, it was paying down. I thought about the procedure like in January, I think, and then I had it done in February. So with me being a nurse, I racked up some shifts and I paid it cash. Didn't have to worry about, any credit, any care credit, all that stuff. I paid the cash because I wanted it done, and it was on my mind. And I was like, let me get it while I'm into it, and let me go ahead and save this money and get it done. So I do believe the original price for what I was booking for at the time was just lipo. So lipo was $4,500. Since I booked in the month of January, I was able to get $500 off. So that would have brought the total down to $4,000. So because I was saving $500, I had already did my research on this procedure, and I saw where people were getting the Cell Saver. Now the Cell Saver is good for somebody who maybe suffer from anemia, who has a low hemoglobin. Lately, for the past couple of years, my hemoglobin has been a 12, 13, and that's pretty good for a female having a hemoglobin that high. So going into the procedure, I knew I would be going into it with a healthy high hemoglobin number, but still I knew there was a chance that I'll be losing fluid, losing blood, losing hemoglobin, and I wanted to be safe. And I wanted a speedy recovery, so I did opt to get the Cell Saver. The Cell Saver was $500. So since I was saving $500 with my discount, I decided to reapply it to get the Cell Saver, bringing that total back to $4,500. I did ask them that through this process, before the actual procedure, how long do I have before I determine if I want to actually transfer the fat that is taken from the 360 lipo that's being done and transfer to fill in areas where I had like dips and flatness, stuff like that. And they said that I can do it all the way up to the time of the procedure. I was able to change my mind to add that component. And if you want to add the component where you take the fat and transfer it, that was an additional $1,000, bringing the total up to $5,500. A few other things that I added were the CBD gummies. They were called Damn Gina gummies at Mia Aesthetics. And then I think they were probably like $20, $40. If I'm not mistaken, perhaps probably like $20 or so. And then we also had the stage 1 faja. You could bring your own clean, brand new stage 1 faja. But again, according to when they were asking me my BMI, my height, my weight, and what the projected amount of fluid that I will probably have, and the sizes that I need to go up, I didn't want to be getting the wrong size stage 1 faja, so I allowed them to give me the size at their facility that they felt like I needed. So that was added on, and I think that was like an extra $150. But anyway, just for the surgery procedure itself, with the Cell Saver and a transfer in the year that I had it done, which I believe it was 2023 or 2022, 2023, one of them. Yeah, whatever. But it was $5,500. So that answers that question. So next, let's go on to the next question. And I'm sorry, y'all, I got this camera light in my face and it's kind of like blur. Okay, so how was your recovery? How was the recovery process for you? All right, so the recovery process for me, it was pretty decent. I mean, it was a little annoying, but it was pretty decent. And when I say that, it's because I had watched so many videos for so many years, and I see all these horror stories and this and that, and it wasn't bad. Number one, because I think I was prepared. Number two, I'm already a registered nurse, so my mind thinks very differently, and my anticipation of what to expect was already there. And if you don't know already, I am a post-op recovery nurse, and I have a post-op recovery business as well. So if you in the business of getting this procedure, make sure you tune in. I will probably include that information at the bottom of this video, or leave me a message or go to my Instagram. Leave me a message on Instagram, and I'll forward you to the site where you need to go. But I was already prepared for this procedure, so it kind of took a bit of the edge off. So I was anticipating, I didn't anticipate anything to be bad. Now, I'm a firm believer when you think bad comes upon you, and then it's going to feel like a heavier burden than what it should. You know, it was not an easy process, but it was very doable. Did you experience any complications? When I think of complications, I would think of like excessive bleeding, shortness of breath to where maybe I had to go to the hospital, fainting episodes, all that kind of stuff. If that is meant by complications, then no, I didn't have any of that. Matter of fact, I like I said, I was proactive. I had my incentive spirometer. I used that for my breathing because I didn't want to lay around, get pneumonia, which is a high possibility after procedures when you're just laying around a lot, fluid settling in your lungs. No, I had my incentive spirometer. I was up every hour on the hour. I was walking. I was ambulating, something that you need to do to prevent blood clots. Keep in mind, you can do all these things I'm saying, and you can still get certain things. Things can still happen, but with prayer and me doing what I needed to do from what I knew, I was great. Everything was great. Everything was great for me. So again, I was up walking. I was up. I had my tail hose on. I was drinking my water, staying hydrated. I was using the incentive spirometer. I stayed on top of pain control. Pain control is a big one because even a nurse, when you're in pain and you're taking these medications thinking that, you're trying to stay on top, you can mess around and overdose yourself. So people who going out there getting these procedures, please make sure you're not doing this alone. And please make sure you have a responsible person that's there with you as you're recovering from these procedures. Even if it's just the first 12 to 24 hours, please make sure that. And again, if you're watching this video, you can private message me on my Instagram. I am Nurse T, and I do offer that service. So, how long did it take for you to see your final results? I'm gonna tell you, like I tell anybody else that come to me and say, "Hey, I'm considering this procedure XYZ," or if they get the procedure and they, and they say, "Oh, I'm starting to see this, and that." Like I went through that. So I'm going to say, like I tell everybody else, like, don't get too hyped about, like, the body you have, like, the first month, 2, 3 after the procedure. You might still, you probably didn't have your fluff yet, what they say, your fluff, or you probably look a certain way, and then you probably begin to lose some fat. So I would say, honestly, to be honest, I would say give it that first year, because you don't know what your body going to do. To really say that, okay, I'm cool with, give your body some time, because you're going to be healing, you're going to be recovering from the swelling, the inflammation, stuff like that. And when, what was the question? How long did it take for you to see the final results? Yeah, so I'm 2 years, like I'm just going to say 2 years, because next month will be February, y'all. It's going to be like, by the time I make this video, probably by the time this video gets to you, it's probably already going to be in February. But it'll be posted in January. But if you might watch this video a month from now, whatever. But we're at like 2 months. If anything, we're at like almost 2 years. But if anything, I would say like at a year, results were phenomenal. And you're never going to really realize that until you go back and you actually look at videos of you from a year ago. Because from a year ago, I probably thought like I wasn't where I needed to be. But then I was sent a video of me from last year at this time, and I was like, ooh, body was banging. But I don't think I was thinking that at the time. Now, fast forward 2 years from now, my face is fat, my arms are big, I've been eating. Your girl can't stay away from the table. We working on that though. We working on that. But hey, I mean, if anything, now I would probably feel like I'm fat now because I actually have the documentation to prove it. I'm actually 10 pounds heavier than I was 2 years ago. But can I get this off? Of course. Are we going to get this off? Of course. But we going to be protecting what they say, the investment or whatever, if that's what you want to call it. But anyways, yeah. But I think I'm the stomach, yeah, the stomach has always been my issue. That was the reason why I got into this. Is because, you know, we all want those washboard abs, but you gotta eat right, y'all. You gotta eat right. You gotta cut out the drinking. If you're doing smoking, hookah, and all that, like, you gotta cut that stuff. All that stuff slows down the your process or whatever. But do I like my results? Let me just kind of like stand up and show y'all, because my surgery was from the under the breast down. So let's see, y'all. Let's see if I still have some results. So this is I currently still need to, like, you know, get back into my abs, work more into these abs. These are the hips. This is how it was when, you know, I don't have any garment on or anything. So this is the fat, uncut, raw, you know, and I still got the jiggle, you know, whatever. You know, this is looking wide, but so, yeah, I mean, okay, y'all. So, yeah, I think I'll take it. 2 years. And knowing what I know now and me getting myself back into the gym on a consistent schedule, we're going to get there. And we're going to get back to our size we was at post-recovery. So we're going to get there, y'all. Was the pain manageable during and after the procedure? I would say after the procedure. During the procedure, I wouldn't know because I had sedation or whatever. I didn't do the awake lipo or whatever. So, and I didn't do an awake procedure, so I don't know about that. When I woke up, it was the best sleep ever. When I tell you, I woke up and was like, I'm alive. You know, but anyways, y'all, it was the best. It was the best sleep ever. And I woke up to seeing my cell saver was still going in or whatever. When I got home, when they tell you it felt like you was doing a whole bunch of squats, yeah, that's what it felt like. My booty was tight. When I say tight, it was a slight bit of an uncomfortable tight. I was like, my booty tight, my booty tight. So yeah, my booty was tight, y'all. It was, yeah. I walked around in my little diaper, and it was cool though, y'all. It was cool. It was an experience, y'all. It was definitely a journey. It's a memorable journey, one that I will remember. What was the hardest part of the recovery? Not being able to sit down. Not being able to sit down and hearing the mixed reviews. So like, I'll watch one channel and they'll say, oh, it's there, you should be able to sit right afterwards. And then I will see another channel that say I wouldn't sit no sooner than 6 weeks. And some said no sooner than 3 weeks, and this and that. It was just all the different information. It was just like, yeah, information overload. It was like too much, overwhelming. But I would say that the hardest part, the lipo, yes, you can't do this. I used to always wonder, like, why people gotta have somebody wipe their tail? That's because I couldn't even, like, put my hand down here to even wipe. Like, seriously, like, you need somebody with you, y'all. I don't know. The ones who can do all this and turn all that, I salute y'all. I salute you. But I couldn't. I had to have help, you know. And then taking the little zipper that was under the little punani or whatever, taking the zipper and unzip, trying to use the little zipper thing. Oh man, that was we had to add like a string to the zipper part, and so I can grab the string before I can really grab the zipper and just try to. It was crazy, y'all, but it was cool. I think if the recovery part from the lipo was cool, that one it's gonna take a minute to recover from that one. but the intensity, like the pain from the lipo, lasted maybe about the first week. It's the inconvenience of not being able to sit on your rump. It's what did it for me. So that was the hardest part of the recovery. All right, y'all, maintenance. How do you maintain your results? Okay, number one, eating. Well, you gotta watch what you eat, y'all. You gotta watch what you eat. If you're getting this the lipo, you want to make sure you watch how you eat, because that's the whole point. You did that to have a flatter belly, abdomen or whatever. The less you eat, the less you gotta worry about gaining that fat back or whatever. But if you have a transfer to your gluteus maximus or your hips and all that kind of stuff, you have to feed that fat that's there so it can survive. So it was recommended that you have like salmon, avocados, anything that was high in protein but low in fat or a good fat. So being able to stay on top, if you're not eating and you don't have an appetite and you're not getting your protein, then that fat, you probably start losing those fat cells, and then you're really going to be having some body dysmorphia. So how do I say maintain it? When you're able to go back to the gym, you get in that gym, because if you always keep that waist nice and tight and small, it's going to always automatically insinuate the backside. So even if you already have working with a decent backside already, nice hips, nice, if you even just got small projection like what I had, that's why I was really more thinking about only doing the lipo, because I already knew I was boxy when it came to the belly, like wide size. So, and I had a trainer, I was in the gym, and I think like at my smallest, I had like a flat stomach, but I still kind of had like the little wide sides, and I wanted more contouring on that. So I got it done, y'all. Got it done. So yeah, that's how I would say maintain it. And then wear your faja. Like anytime you feels like things are not looking like you need to look or how you want it to look, jump back in that faja, girl. Jump back in that faja. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Still to this day, I jump in my faja when I feel like I'm that. I still use my faja. I use it to me, it's a natural shaper. I was wearing a faja before I even had surgery because I like the way it shaped people. But I did notice that when I started seeing my body doing something like it just looked like it wasn't forming to what I wanted to form back to, I just jumped back into that faja. And even now I use it as a means of monitoring how much I'm eating. Because when they say your girl can put it away, what they say, perhaps a salad, perhaps not. Yeah, I'm the one that gets the greens and the rack of lambs and the Ed take that salad. I ain't had no problem, y'all. I ain't had no problem feeding the fat. So basically, how do I maintain it? Yeah, go to the gym. When they say, why would you get surgery if you gonna go to the gym anyway? Because you have to go to the gym. You gotta go to the gym before you get it, because you want to go in with a good baseline. Go in with a good baseline. And then you want to go in after it's safe and you've been approved to work out, because it just further accentuates your results and it helps you to maintain your results. I'm sorry, this light from this camera is okay. Did you have to make any significant changes to your diet or workout routine? Again, when you starting off, you want to start off modifying it just so you can make sure that you're not overdoing it. I used to be afraid to get in there and go running when my trainer was like, do all this and that, all this running and stuff. I felt like, hey, it was making me, I didn't want to be skinny. I didn't want to lose my results. Like I wanted to be a little thick in the bottom, So, but anyways, when it's there, it's there. You just do your normal routine, what you was normally doing, I like to do RDLs. I like to do my squats, my lounges. I like to do, for sure, some abs. But again, abs are made in the kitchen. So you definitely want to make sure you're eating right to make everything else fall in place. So I would just say, if it say that you had to make any significant changes to your workout, again, just, adjust it accordingly and don't overdo it from the beginning. Just know your body. Know how much you can lift and do, and then begin to add to that. Did you Do you still use compression garments or specific products? Again, yes, I still use my faja, but I do it when I feel like I need to get myself back together, when I feel like I'm falling apart. And it does a good job with it, y'all. It just either that or it's a mind thing. I still wear, I feel like these are like lifetime garments that I'll be implementing in my routine. The faja, the waist trainer. Like if my goal is to stay, fit, snatched or whatever, that's I'm gonna wear that stuff. So I didn't rush to get out of it, but I'm glad now it's more of a choice than when I have to do it. Sometimes when you have to do something, it makes you not want to do it. But when you have the freedom to choose to do it, then. So a lot of times I go months without wearing it, and then sometimes I just pop back in. Do you still, okay, that's okay. About your results. Are you happy with your results 2 years later? Hey, you saw it. You saw it. So if I had to be the judge of that, yes, I'm happy with that. Did your body change significantly after the first year? I say if it did, it changed for the best. I love it. I buy everything in the store because everything looks good on me. Do the results still look natural over time? I feel like, for the most part, I feel like it's gonna be as natural as it's gonna be for me. I feel like I have some of my days where I'm like, holy moly, it's a rotunda back there. And then I have some days when I'm like, oh, okay, it looks normal. It's maybe because I'm gaining weight all over with it, and now it's starting to just look like But they say it's a difference between a woman with a big ass and a big ass woman. And sometimes when my eating is not right, I'm like, oh, girl, you just starting to look like a big ass woman. But no, for the most part, when I get myself together, when I'm eating right, when I slow down, when I jump back into my faja, when I'm doing what I need to do, I love my results. It do look natural to me. But I do got that little extra. And like sometimes you might watch some of these reels on YouTube, on Instagram, and you like, okay, now, you just did the most. But no, for me, I like it, and to me, it looks natural to me. Do you still okay about the procedure itself? What made you choose liposuction with the BBL? I chose liposuction, like I said, because I wanted a smaller stomach, and I can work out. As soon as I eat a meal, bam, you went from looking like a washboard abs to 9 months pregnant just with one meal, or just by drinking my first glass of water in the morning. It just wasn't working for me. I needed to get rid of that extra stubborn fat. And even when I would work out consistently for years or whatever, something like I said, all it took was one bad meal or one meal, and it could have been a salad, and instantly, bam. But after that lipo, you could eat a whole bunch of combos at once, and you still looked at like you ain't eat anything. So it was a decision I made. I wanted it, and I love the fact. I love the results of the lipo. And then the BBL part, like the transfer. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the gym anyway. I'm already doing all this. You see people in the gym doing all these squats and stuff, because they'll say that they doing all of this so that they can get the assumptions that they had a BBL. Well, if that's the case, go do what you want to do. Like, you know what? It's crazy because so many people, y'all. I think there's gonna be a question that asks about comments, so we'll say this part for later. But yeah. What made me choose it? Because I knew I wanted a small stomach and a nice ass. That's why I chose it. Which surgeon or clinic did you go to? I went to Dr. Marc Sarcia at Mia Aesthetics. I thought he had very good bedside manners. If y'all come across him, show him his video, ask him to sponsor me. Sponsor me. But anyways, y'all, I would speak on him because he made me feel comfortable. And yeah, I felt like I did my research the small amount of time that they were here, and I felt like I was comfortable going to him. So he was Marc Sarcia Sarcia, Sarcia at Mia Aesthetics in Houston. What made you choose which surgeon, the clinic? I told you. Would I recommend him? Yes. How much did the procedure cost? I told you already, $5,500. Was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it for me because I love the way I look when I wear my clothes. I just need to lose these 10 pounds. Did you feel pressure from society or personal reasons to have it done? No, because I already was walking around looking nice, and I was getting questions asking me, did I have a procedure even before I got it done? So I already had a nice foundation. I just wanted to enhance a few little things and subtract from some areas. And yeah, definitely no influence or whatever. I always wanted, and I think a lot, if I can say this, I speak for a lot of women. I mean, I think I can speak for most or some of the women who are in the gym, who are there doing crunches, doing ab work, doing squats, lifting heavy, doing all this stuff. I think those are women who aspire to have a certain desired look. And if it's the look you want, you can go and work out in the gym for it, and or you can go and have those results come to you quicker, and go to a clinic of your choice with the surgeon of your choice, and then still go back and maintain it in the gym. Whatever you want to choose. But what did it say? So yeah, I think it was my personal reasons. I was already going to the gym and working on those areas. So, like I said, I saw what it looked like. I saw what I looked like after giving myself 2-3 years, 5 years of researching this, of me wanting to do it. Like I was researching it before I even knew it was a thing. When I used to see J-Lo and all these other people before Kim Kardashian came out, I used to always wonder, like, is that, like, how did she do, whatever. But she had a nice body, and I always aspired to have like a nice silhouette or whatever. So, hey, just was able to get it done and safely get it done, and I'm thankful for that. Curiosities or concerns. Do you face any judgment or criticism for getting the procedure? Nope, I don't. I would say maybe like when I made a TikTok video one time, it was, you could tell, I guess they were probably kids or immature people that would say that says, there was somebody was like, look at that BBL in them pants. Like, come on now. Like that wasn't even worth the comment. It was just something to try to spark something. But guess what? Blocked and deleted. I don't even feed into none of that stuff. And if anybody have anything to say, that's on them to be concerned about, not for me to be concerned about, because I made a decision based on my choice, or choice that I wanted, and I felt like I was satisfied with it. So, no, I don't really get any criticism from people. If anything, I get compliments. Would you consider having more procedures in the future? Yes, because these little sisters up here, they got to be reduced. They got to be reduced and lifted. Yes, I do anticipate having a breast reduction and a breast lift. When I can get to the point I can tuck my breast into my pants, we got a problem. It ain't there yet, but it's getting there. And yeah, let's just say I definitely want to get that done. So yeah, it's definitely a conversation that's definitely a conversation that I've had with my OBGYN, because when I did that mammogram, and they said I had like large dense breast tissue or whatever, and which it makes it hard to see any tumors or masses or whatever, I felt like ding ding, that's gonna be me able to get this procedure covered for the insurance, hopefully. But we talked about it, and like he was saying that you if you want to get the lift portion and all that, you want to consider like a plastic surgeon, somebody who's real good at what they do, and not just basically doing it for the insurance or whatever sake or whatever. So we'll see. I haven't really started my research on that, but I'm gonna look into it. And if Dr. Sarcia does good tatas, then I'll be going to him for that. And I wouldn't even mind some more lipo while I'm there. So there you have it. Let's see. Did you experience any changes in your self-esteem or confidence afterwards? If anything, when you look good, you feel good, and that's a confidence booster. But like I said, I didn't eat this as a confidence booster because I was already confident in my size and my shape before it. But now it's like, yeah, I'm really owning it now. So yeah, no, I didn't have no self esteem issues because that's why you only do this type of stuff when you're very sure about what you want to do. So you have to be prepared that if anybody comes to attack you for what you did, that again, that's for them to worry about, not for you. You make decisions for you. If you choose to get on Ozempic, you did it for you. So if somebody says stuff, that's for them to worry about, because people gonna talk. They're gonna talk whether you fat, small, big, skinny. It doesn't matter. The world is full of opinions. Don't let their opinion affect you. It's not a problem when they saying things, but it's a problem when you take what they say to heart. You know, as long as you're doing something that you want to do for you, who cares what people think? And I wish many more people can understand that. So yeah, to me, it no self-esteem issues. It was definitely anything more of a more made me just even more confident, because I can walk in a room with a flat ass or a nice ass, big ass, round ass, smushed ass, chicken ass, whatever kind of ass. I'll walk in the room and I'll still own it. Are there things you wish you knew before getting it done? I would say I probably if I would have known I was gonna look this damn sexy, that I was gonna be rocking my little outfits and you know, looking like a stallion or whatever. At this point in time, shit, I would have did it sooner. Shit, why wait till I was 40 years old? So I would have did that like in my 30s or whatever. But no, you know, everything happens for a certain. Everything happens according to how it needs to happen. Like I enjoy what I enjoyed during the time that I needed to enjoy, you know, so I can comfortably say, hey, because I had already looked up the procedure like 5 years before I even had it done. So by the time I got it done, it was no longer like the thing to do. But I wasn't doing it for it to be the thing to do. I did it because it's something I always wanted to do. And even when I thought about doing it 5 years ago, I was like, nah, I'm just going to keep working out in the gym. Nah, I'm just going to do this. Nah, I'm just going to do that. So, and then 5 years from now, from then, I found myself still wanting to do it. So I'm like, if it's something you wanted, go do it. That's just like when I bought this purse here. This was a purse that I bought, and I remember wanting it so bad that I was like, nah, I don't want to spend that kind of money. I think I might have spent $1,300 for it. But I was like, nah, I don't want to spend that kind of money, this, and that, or whatever. And so I started buying all these other cheap things or whatever, but I still reverted around. And then when I did buy it, it had already been out for like 10 years. So I was like, people don't wear that, blah, blah, blah. But some things are a classic. And when I bought it, I think I bought it 10 years ago now. It's still a staple, you know. So if it's something you want, it'll never get old. It's going to always be something. Make a decision, a rational decision that you want to make for you. So if anything that I buy, whether it's a handbag, and I spend a certain amount of money and I'm rocking it, as long as I'm rocking it, and then years from now I still feel comfortable rocking it, I don't feel like it was money lost. Doing adjustments to yourself. If you're doing something that's gonna keep you comfortable, like happy within yourself, do it. Whether it's a facial, getting rid of blemishes, whether it's Botox, whether it's getting your hair done, whether it's taking Ozempic shots, whether it's whatever, do whatever it takes that's going to make you happy within yourself. Not what's going to make somebody else happy. Because at the end of the day, you got to deal with the results. The last thing is, do you regret anything? I'm sorry, this light is like really like making my eyes blurry. Do you regret anything about the process or results? Nope. I don't regret anything, y'all. If anything. So, overall, y'all, I know I've answered all these questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them down below. I have not made an update since probably the first year when I actually had the procedure. So I felt like it was due. It was time for me to make this update for anybody who still cares to be interested in the questions. I just kind of looked at questions that were being asked in my inbox and in my like people who see me out and about that might ask me a question. Like people who know that I told or whatever. They might ask me a question. People who have maybe asked questions in my inbox on Instagram or maybe even Facebook. On here, it was certain questions I was being asked or whatever, you know. So a 2 year review, 2 year review, and questions, frequently asked questions. That's what I wanted to make this video about. But again, yeah, if you got any questions, more questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching. If you watched this whole video, thank you so much. Put the 100 sign on there. You know, the 100, the red 100. Put that 100 because I know y'all kept it 100 with me through this whole video. And I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And thank you so much. I'll see y'all in the next vlog.